So the super mega bonus credit hyperfighting was to try to get an authorization, or an authentication, I should say, workflow going. Did anybody manage to pull this off? All right. Nice job. Put your hands a little higher. Okay. I want to make sure I saw everybody. Okay, cool. Not bad, not bad. So we did break it down in the instructions, but it was hard, so don't feel bad if you didn't get it. Make a sign-in component with a form that takes a username or email. We can do that. Not that different from making a form that takes a message body. When the form is submitted, save that user in the state of the app component. We've done that before. We've made it so that when you submit a form in one component, it updates the state in a different component. When it's not set, show one component. When it is set, show a different component. We haven't done that yet. That's conditional rendering. Lots of ways of doing conditional rendering. We'll look at least one of them. All right, so let's just go one step at a time. Create a sign-in component. Don't mind if I do. So make a new component called capital S, sign, capital I-N. And this will be our sign-in form. And it's going to have a form on it, so it's going to have state, right? So we'll import React and component from React. And we'll say class sign-in extends component. It will need a render method that will return some JSX. I'll make a div, the class of sign-in to start. Don't forget to export at the end. So while we're making this, it'd probably be advantageous if we could actually see it on the screen. So for the moment, I'm going to go into app.js. I'm going to import that. Import sign-in from /sign-in. And instead of rendering main, I'll just render sign-in instead. So you can always comment something out in Visual Studio Code and most other editors by saying command / or control /, and it'll comment out any lines that you have selected. So you'll notice how you do comments in JSX, curly braces for a JavaScript expression, and then inside the curly braces you do a C-style comment. / is C++, right? / is the older syntax. That's how you do it. There we go. Here's our sign-in component, which looks like a whole lot of nothing. So let's make it look like a little bit of something. How about we stick a form in there? That's what it says, right? Make a sign-in component. We did it. Yay, let's celebrate a win. We did one part of the homework. With a form that takes a username or email. Or both. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. So let's make a form. I don't need an action on there. In this form, we have an input E-I-E-I-O. Type equals text. If this is going to be our email, we could say type equals email. That's one of the HTML5 input types. Sure. Type equals email. I'll say name equals email too. Placeholder, email. Or enter your email if you like. Enter your email. Or whatever you want to write there. And I'll go ahead and throw an autofocus at the top. Why not? Just don't forget, in React, that is capital F autofocus. But not capital H placeholder. But it is not plaque holder. It is placeholder, so don't forget your E, like I did. And we need a button. That'll say sign in. It'll be a button of type submit. There we go. Enter your email. Sign in. Make a sign-in component with a form that takes a username or email. We did it. Go us. Celebrate our win. When the form is submitted, do a thing. All right. So first, we need to make this a controlled component. Right? So we're not going to use the DOM state management. We're going to use React's state management because that's what React is for. Managing state and syncing it with our UI. So let's go ahead and throw that handle change method up there. Just like we did the other time, it'll take an event. If you don't remember how you did this before, look in message form. It's going to be really similar. But this time around, what do we need to do? Let's set some state here. So what needs to be inside state? Email at least, right? So let's just initialize email to an empty string. On the input, we'll put value equal this.state.email, which means we won't be able to type anything there anymore. So that's what handle change is supposed to fix. Go ahead and say on change equals this.handle change. How does it work? It needs to update state, right? This.set state, it's email we want to update, and we want to update it with event.target.value. Again, all of this I got out of the React documentation. Go to reactjs.org, hit docs, main concepts, forms, and it talks all about this. I'm just doing the same thing. So this should mean that we can type. Indeed, let's look at our sign-in component in the dev tools. Open up the React tab, look for sign-in, there it is. Here's our state, state email, empty string, start typing. Yeah. Every time I type a letter, state gets updated. Cool. So now we just need to handle the submit. When the form is submitted, save that user in the state of the app component. Here's the app component. Let's go ahead and commit this much because we've got a sign-in component that manages its own internal state. I won't commit my changes to app.js just yet because right now we can never get back to main. But I will go ahead and commit my new sign-in component. Add sign-in component with form.